This is a home near Oregon City, Oregon, and keep in mind this image was captured in the middle of the day. Thousands have been forced from their homes there, entire neighborhoods destroyed.
Tonight, survivors of that explosion of wildfires in the West offering a glimpse inside.
Half a talent is going to be gone, at least half the city.
Just 24 hours after the governor warned of the state's greatest loss of life, the death toll is growing tonight.
Up here, you don't only get a sense of the scale of the destruction, but also an entire landscape bleached of color. This is a sea of gray and ash and twisted metal.
He was with his daughters and grandson, picking through the wreckage.
I'm so surprised that the people was able to get out of here alive.
His grandson Andre finding his prized possession, Malden, nearly burned to the ground. The governor pointing to climate change.
We talk about this as a wildfire. I think we have to start thinking they're more climate fires. They're climate fires because that's what creates the conditions that makes them so explosive.
Know why the task for investigators of digging through this debris would be so daunting. And with that live drone shot, I want to show you the sweep of the devastation here. This goes on street after street, block after block, entire developments incinerated as far as the eye can see.
250,000 acres and is only 38% contained. Fire officials say it's moving so fast.
Yeah, Chris, hey, the smoke is very thick and the burn scars here are still very fresh. Take a look over here. This is what's left of a house right off of Simmons Road. That's on the eastern side of Lake Oroville here, right off Highway 162. And this is one of the areas that was actually evacuated. And the reason that it was evacuated is that this fire was moving very fast and it was very windy. Take a look. Fire on Simmons Road is dangerous and unpredictable. And thankfully, the wind has died down out here in this area. But I want you to take a look at this here. The major fire has gone through, but there's still some of these small fires burning within these trees, making it extremely dangerous for anyone walking through these forests here. And it's extremely dangerous as we go up the lake here. And
yeah, John, let me show you exactly what that damage looks like. I'm right off of Highway 162, and this power line behind me is down. I want to show you the power pole that fell right before my live shot right here. There's still flames coming out of the pole. You can smell it, you can feel the heat, and you can see the smoke coming out of this power pole right here. Just destruction everywhere you go when you're coming down Highway 162. And when I went to Berry Creek, we spoke with some people who say they're staying to defend their homes while others evacuated and are now, for the first time, without anything.
That the Willow fire currently stands at over 1,300 acres with 0% containment. Over 700 structures would be able to return, they said, as soon as the fire is out, and it is determined to be safe. They will, of course, let people...
Rob, I want to give you a sense of what these fires do to a community like this. That is somebody's charred truck. Right here was a well-tended garden, and just around the bend here, I'm going to show you the remains of a child's bicycle. Now, we talk about how hot these fires burn. Well, hot enough to pulverize a rock. And with our camera up on the crane, I want to show you that this is not just a sliver of a neighborhood or one street, but vast swaths of Phoenix, Oregon look like this morning.
Overnight, hundreds of wildfires, at least 8 dead, with fires ripping through 14 states. 3 bodies found in Butte County, California, after 2 fires there converged. It created explosive conditions. Then their house. They picked through the debris.
But I just can't believe that the whole thing is gone.
It had been his grandson Andre's first day of school, his prized possession, a keyboard he earned himself.
It was a special gift that he got for learning to ride his bike. So.
It was like a light-up keyboard. It looked very cool. But
officials here in Oregon concede they have not been able to survey the damage or get an assessment on the death toll because some of those hot zones are just too dangerous to get into. They're also telling people...
Lives just down the road from the Josephs, and his family's farm also got hit hard. Not only did he lose his home,
this was our offices.
The family is estimating their losses in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they too did not have any insurance. But both the Camposes and the Josephs are thankful they all escaped the flames without any injury.
The general store now incinerated, reduced to burned pillars and a smattering of rubble and ash. The gas station across the street gone too.
I don't know. Look at everything's pink. Some kind of retardant.
Yeah. That's all it is. Come down through here and burnt the grass up. Yeah. It's just amazing.
Authorities say it has burned more than 360 buildings and is threatening 5,000 more around the Sierra National Forest east of Fresno.
This is what we're talking about as we widen out. This was a home at this time yesterday, and look at it. It is burned to the ground. I see the water heater here, what's left of a tub. Nothing is salvageable.
It's not just the house, it's everything in the house, the car, the RV, the outbuildings he had, the shop that he had, all his world possessions right here lost.
And that goes for every property owner affected.
This fire came through, it came through hot, fast, it was a firestorm and pushed right through.
When it was finally under control, 100 acres and everything in its path gone. 100 people in all evacuated, all of them safely, and not one person hurt. But so many today left with nothing but their determination and resilience.
People that live out here, they'll be back.
So then in the town of Malden, south of Spokane.
I just talked to the mayor and city council, who told me that it looked like a bomb had gone off. They lost their post office, their fire station, their city hall.
There weren't any lightning strikes during the windstorm, so they believe these fires were human caused. Is there any concern, you talk about human caused, that any of these were deliberate, or was it just unintentional?
We right now don't know.
This is not your old Washington. We now live in a climate change world, and this vegetation, which used to be had a little humidity in it, just doesn't have it anymore. So it's much more explosive and incendiary.
Well, this is one of several and countless examples of either homes or outbuildings completely destroyed in this fire. Here's a look at what's left of a fridge on this property, and right back here we're still seeing many more hotspots like this one all around this area on Bald Rock Road. And let me just tell you, the families we spoke with out here today say this day has been absolutely heartbreaking. Trees were still on fire and some had fallen into the middle of the road. Power lines were down too, and home after home we passed in rubble.
It's just like complete devastation.
Nicole Wasick stayed up until 2 in the morning watching a trail camera set up right outside of her family's cabin. But when she saw embers flying above the home, she had to turn away.
Just going from a house to a pile of ash.
As you can see around me here, this property is a prime example of what creating a defensible space should look like. They kept the grass cut and the trees trimmed, but still, it wasn't enough. Their mom Angela and Aunt Heidi say the home can and will be rebuilt, but it's the sentimental value of this home, which hosted every holiday, birthday, and every major family event, that they'll miss the most.
Destroyed. All of O'Donnell's is gone. You're good. This is gone. You guys are all gone over here. Betty, your house is gone. Michael Corsi, you're gone. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All of you guys, Jamie, on this other side, your house is gone. My old house, Mark Wildfang built, gone. My old house right here, gone. Fence is still up. Gone. Okay, turn around. This is it. This is it.
It looked like a bomb went off.
In Oregon, half a dozen towns decimated after a harrowing escape, a devastating return. Entire communities are now gone. Many could not escape the flames. Lives lost and devastation as far as the eye can see.
Everything's a total loss.
In Washington state, where one town lost City Hall, its post office, and the fire department, a devastating and historic fire season with 4 more months left until its official end.
Under a cloud of destruction that hung in the air as smoke, we wondered what this morning would bring. It's bad. Across Oregon, the numbers are staggering. 30 to 40,000 people evacuated from their homes, thousands of buildings destroyed, an unknown number of people dead. Yesterday, the fire had destroyed 300,000 acres. Ferocious winds tripled that number, and now more than 924,000 acres are burned. This map gives you an idea of what we're talking about when we say much of Oregon is on fire.
We have never seen this amount of uncontained fire across our state.
The flames are too big to try to stop in most places right now. Much of the work is getting people out of the way. Emergency management leaders are putting together a statewide registry. The National Guard is staging helicopters, waiting for the smoke to clear so they can fly, along with deploying more than 200 soldiers to help with traffic control, 375 to help with fighting the fires now, and another 250 in training that will be ready in 2 weeks.
To those of you who've lost your homes, please know that we are with you. I know the situation is bleak right now, but we will get through this.
And the thing is, this isn't just happening in Oregon. Over in California, the North Complex fire has already burned more than 250,000 acres, forcing tens of thousands of people from their homes.
Well, Diane, you just said it. This North Complex fire is massive, and it has been an extremely difficult firefighter for crews in this area. We're just outside Lake Oroville, and you can see the kind of destruction that can be done. But this complex of fires, it's 3 fires in total, has been burning for about 3 weeks. It was just 2 nights ago that 2 fires converged here, and this is what happened. Right now, containment for the North Complex fire is at 24%, but it seems like this thing just keeps growing. When you have 2 wildfires converge, it just exploded when those flames met. Thousands of homes just like this one in that path of destruction. And just for some context, Matt talked about how hot the fire burned there. Look, this is melted glass. That means the temperature here as this fire was burning was around 3,000 degrees.
3,000 degrees.
And now to the West Coast, where blowtorch winds sent wildfires racing anew today.
Talk about this as a wildfire. I think we have to start thinking they're more climate fires. They're climate fires because that's what creates the conditions that makes them so explosive.
The natural gas is not turned off everywhere. I can hear it coming out of that gas meter. Oh man, it's really stinky. I gotta get out of here. Everything out here is basically in a grayscale. It's black or it's white or somewhere in between.
I would tend to say December we will have the first doses that will.
It's pretty crazy over here. See what I can see. Ooh, that is hot, hot, hot. Oh my God. I can feel it. God, it's so sad. These are brand new houses they just put in the last couple of years. Swirling. Oh my God, I can hear someone's smoke alarm going off inside their house. Just burned to the ground. The heat coming off of these is hard to describe. You can see I'm like kitty corner across the street. It's almost making me sweat. Half of Talent is going to be gone. At least half the city. Oh my God. Woohoo! Sweating. Smokes. I don't know what the address is. Woo!